Now you gonna show them the wheels? What's going on, guys? I know it's been a while since I made a video. Life's been busy rebuilding the paintball team, and work has been insane. I just washed my Jeep for first time in like 5 weeks, something like that. I know, big deal, right? But that's a lot for me. So just haven't had time. Just watched it yesterday, and my dad and I picked up another car. So I thought I would get her ready to be clear broad and Grayson. So sorry for the delay in videos. I know I said I'd make a lot, but again, life's been pretty busy here. So I thought I would kickstart it back with a detailed video of the new Viper. So this isn't a new Viper. It technically is, I guess, or technically isn't. Bought it used, only had like 21 miles on it. Now it's got like 29, but there's some spots on it I gotta polish up. But anyway, it's one that we found down in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's really optioned out nicely. It's got the SRT hood. It's got that graphite with the silver stripes. It's got a really nice interior. We had Vipers in the past. I don't remember them having this type of interior, so it's pretty nice. So there's some parts that I want to fix up. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Yeah, you can see this one right here. See that little scuff mark, someone's shoe. It's bound to happen. You know, this car was on the showroom for who knows how long, but driver, delivery, whatever the case may be, it got some scuffs along the way, even though it only has 29 miles. So this is a good example as to why, cars being new or not, they should always be looked over and everything corrected as soon as you can. So I'm going to set this camera and I'm going to film my washing process, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Oh yeah, I'm also going to mention, I don't know if you noticed in my last video months ago that I did get that new Krenzel pressure washer system from Matt at Obsessed Garage. I've used it. I haven't filmed it at all with it, but I've used it 3 dozen times. That thing is incredible. The amount of foam you get. MTM happens to be right in my backyard, so I get all the parts and accessories pretty quickly, and the quality of the foam and the wash itself is just it's insane. Perfect car to demonstrate it on. Okay, so I'm just gonna film the washing of this thing. I turned on this Krenzel pressure washer. This thing works so good. Nice, huh? As always, I'm gonna start with the wheels. Hope this is a good angle. I should probably bring the camera closer. Yeah, let's do that. Put the camera right here. Get a nice view of the ass. All right, so starting with the wheels. Yes, I know they're clean, but with any car detailing, you got to start over. So I'm gonna start rinsing it off. And use some of this Ammo Plum on the wheels. Won't be much residue coming off. And then I'm gonna do the Grail's Garage rubber cleaner, just because I want to use this stuff up. Try something else. This little rubber brush. These cars are badass. Nothing. Our family and my dad and I, we like, good old-fashioned American muscle, and with all the options, the Challenger, Chargers, Camaros, stuff like that. I feel that the Viper is one of the most iconic options out there for that. And then we were lucky enough to find this color. This is going to go beautifully with the Camaro I'm building, which, by the way, is almost done. It's been almost done for a long time, but no, it is actually almost done. It's been clear broad down in Tulsa right now. Usually I have a bucket for these things to put them in, but not this time because I have my buckets filled with water and soap over there. Just get the wheel wells, and then I'm going to take the residual and simply just get the arches here. That's it. During this process, I tend to look for imperfections that I don't like seeing, you know, just so I can take care of them before the clear brow gets done. Okay, this pressure washer system is nice. I never really thought about it until after I got it, but how much water I don't want to say wasted, but essentially wasted by using just a traditional hose, because this thing uses, I forget the actual number, it uses a significant amount less water than a traditional hose. Using this 4-finger lambskin mitt I got from Griot's Garage probably, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. I don't know if he stopped making them or what, but just haven't seen them.
Is that a new car?
That's right. Do you like it? This is going to be one of the PaFur cars, meaning my dad and I own it together. Right into this area. God, these tubs are huge. I don't know if the camera can see me, but reaching all the way in there. All right, let's go do the other side quick. Well, this is why I haven't filmed while detailing in a while. Just, it's not that big of a deal, but it does take a little bit more effort. Yeah, look at that angle, that's cool. It's not a big deal though. Spray on the plumb. Almost done. Neighbors driving by, they always see these new cars outside. Wonder what they think. Okay. Yeah, these wheels they're clean, but I'm just gonna go through them anyway. I like the nice black calipers on this thing. Probably just do it with this. I didn't spray any cleaner up here, but whatever, I'm trying to knock down some of the little bit of sand that accumulated from driving her home last night. Before I dry this car, I'm gonna spray those with that Geon wet coat I picked up. Try some of that stuff out. Here comes the Doshi car. Yeah, that's my boy. Mm-hmm. Did you eat breakfast?
No.
Okay. I like this tire brush. Like this tire brush, Dosh? I like these wheels. A buddy of mine was telling me, I was sending him pictures, and he was saying he doesn't like them because they're boring, and I agree, you know, it is nicer to have, not nicer, but it is cool to have, you know, these exotic wheels that you just don't see every day. That's a big tub. But at the same time, it just makes things from, you know, a detailing perspective harder. There's nothing in there to clean. So it's so when wheels are, I don't want to say basic, but I guess basic is the best word. Basic like this makes the cleaning part super easy. Okay, I'm gonna take the camera, set it up, and get this bad boy rinsed down. Got the kiddos outside, so I might hear some background noise. Buckets that I pre-filled with warm, softened water. So I have, you know, a fair amount of soap in there. Fill up with some water. Give that a nice mix. I did all this off camera. I filled this up with some soap. Soap that came with it. I'm just using it up. I'm not too worried about, you know, wasting the soap, so that's why I use a lot on here. So it's soap that I traditionally do not use. Now for the fun part. Get these buckets out of the way so you guys can see better. Here we go. cover every square inch. Stuff goes on there nice and thick. There, that's a lot of product, but that's okay. Let's do a little walk around here. Look at this thing. It turned white. Let that sit for just a little bit. I always leave the product on there for washing purposes, because ideally you would, knock away 90% of the dust and stuff you're trying to, take off with this and the rinse down. So I like to use that soap as lubrication and stuff. All right, I had some soap in this bucket. I just used the pressure washer and frothed it up a little bit. So now I'm gonna get to washing. Scratching the glass right there. See if I can polish that out. So far, paint feels nice and smooth, as it should for only having, 21 miles on it. But you never know. Could have been sitting in the showroom for the last, this is a 2017, could have been sitting in the showroom for the last, year. I love that they paint the stripes under the clear, or paint the clear over the stripes, however you want to word it. Yeah, that's kind of cool. All right, proceed with the wash. Look at the size of this hood. This is going to take some polish. I tend to take my hands sometimes and rub it along the paint that I just wiped down to feel for any contaminants or whatever that doesn't belong there. Yeah, look at the size of this freaking hood. The paint feels good. The center part. I love this gray. They had a red one too that we thought about picking up in addition to or instead of. I'm glad we went with the gray. The gray is sharp. Matches my old Trackhawk, which I did not miss, by the way. That Wrangler is really sweet. It's nowhere near the performance, obviously, but a little bug. It's just it's better suited for my life, I guess. I get super OCD about imperfections on my cars, and not that it's a cheaper car, but I don't have to care as much about it because it's full of plastic or just a cheaper car. Yeah, there's a lot of paint to this thing. Water's nice and warm. I gotta inspect this front end. The delivery guy said there was a little scuff down here, but the only one I saw I was able to simply rub off with my finger. This is a sweet car. We also were thinking about getting an ACR. I'm sure you guys know what is this. I'm sure you guys know what that is, but if you don't, it's basically this, but with a it's a $19,000 package added onto it that comes with a bunch of aerodynamic options like splitters and whatever those little fins are called in the front, plus this giant like 8-foot wing in the back. We had one available to us that wasn't surprisingly one for too expensive. The original, we had the guy agree to $2,000 over sticker, which in the world of ACRs is a good deal. And I think that guy knew that because I don't know if he just took too long or to decide or what, but he increased his price. And it's like, we don't really like the ACR that much. This is more of a classic looking Viper that I grew up with because my dad had a 98 GTS. A nice red one that I learned to drive a stick on, actually. So this being, a more traditional looking Viper had my eye a lot more than an ACR. Plus it's not like we take these things on the track or anything like that, so it's not wasted, but it's not up to its potential. But then again, I bet half of the ACR drivers simply just drive theirs to work and back like we do. Speaking of work, it's just been crazy busy. That's why I just haven't had time to film a PaFur garage video. It's just been crazy. We just recently had one of our longtime employees unexpectedly pass away last week. She was only 46 years old, so it's pretty tragic. And then we've had another longtime employee put in her 2 weeks because she needs benefits that we don't offer because we just can't afford. We are a small business. Benefits such as health insurance. Yeah, she was paying like $1,000 a month. Thanks, Obama, for health insurance. And though she was making really good money with us, $1,000 a month is still $1,000 a month. All right, I think I got it all. Let's go ahead and rinse her off. I'm gonna back up this camera. I don't want this thing to get wet, so let's put it right over here. I like to try new things once in a while for car detailing, so I've been trying out the Gion products. And had I not been planning on polishing this, I would definitely spray this down with the wet coat. Because there is nothing on here. Now she's good. Ooh, this thing is sick. All right. There. I just point. All more reason to build that house that I'm working on. Told you folks about. Let me grab the camera here real quick. Show you this Krenzel. So right now I have it just draining out the water out of the line. You can see it going in that bucket right there. Whoo! Nice looking car. This is how quiet this thing is. So it's running right now. I don't even know if the mic's picking it up on my end. I have the mic on my shirt. So I have this setup. So that's the pressure washer. I have this hose come down here to my old setup. Just to that. And here's the hose that I have set up for the pressure washer itself. So once this is kind of done, drained out most of it, I have these quick disconnects that I just threw on there. So when I'm not using this, I just hook up my hose to it and then it just retracts into the reel. And then what I'll do is I'll take my compressor and I'll blow out this little line right here. Right here. All the water then comes out of the hose. There she goes. This way no water, I do the same thing to this too. So no water gets left in these things. I'm sure it's fine, it's softened water, but it's good just to empty it out, I guess. It's gonna be fun to use this in the wintertime. It's gonna be able to get all that sand and stuff off the floor. Pretty nice. Okay. It's probably a boring ass video so far. Now, here's the Jeep. It's pretty cool. That's in kind of the same color, that graphite. I don't know, I thought that was cool. Let's go ahead and dry her off. If I can find my blower. Here it is. So I'm gonna get some of the small areas that water will build up. I just have a generic microfiber towel. Spray a little bit of hydrate on there. I'm gonna dry it with it. This won't really affect the polishing at all. It's gonna be a boring ass video, I apologize. This is this is the main reason why I haven't been filming too, because when I'm doing cars, I just end up getting in my own zone and I focus on that versus trying to talk and record at the same time and wash and dry and all that stuff. This is a big old hood now. Just gonna spray it on, wipe it off. I'm not sure how much of the hood how much of the car I'm actually gonna polish. I have to go through and look at it with a light. It's gonna be kind of counterproductive putting this hydrate on there because it's Sort of acts as a filler in a way. From what I understand, I could be wrong. But we'll see. I'll probably end up just polishing the whole thing, so whatever. It's good looking paint though. I saw a scratch. Yeah, it did. I don't know if that's gonna be able to get out with the glass. I'll try it. I wish those guys that would clear brow would come here and do this, you know, while it's clean for my standards, not for theirs, because I think they just use Dawn dish soap and probably a shitty rag to wash it. Which is another reason why I'm not putting any sealant on here, besides for this amyl hydrate. God, these lines are sweet. I like when cars have these nice smooth, you know, rounded lines, the body edges versus the sharper ones. Just feels so smooth. Yeah, she's getting there. Not seeing many marks, but I haven't put it up to the light yet. And this light, I'll tell you what, this paint looks. There's a little mark right there, so it's ironic. Since this paint looks flawless, but just always gonna find something, brand new car or not. Let's talk about this Camaro a little bit. I'm doing a Viper. You probably don't want to hear about the Camaro I'm building, but hopefully that comes in the next month or so. I said that to all my friends and family like 6 months ago, actually, but it's just crazy delays. It's being built by a company called Brand New Muscle Car in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They had an opportunity to build a 69 Yenko Camaro for Velocity TV, which they started November 2017 and finished July 2018. 7 months from start to finish. Same process as my Camaro. Everything's brand new: body, chassis, suspension, drivetrain, all that stuff. Brand new, just like mine. And they got her done in 7 months. While mine sat there really not getting touched. I think they were under, the guy won't really admit it, but I think they're under the gun for velocity, or all jacked up or amped up for that. That, you know, other projects sort of got, here's a little spot right here I gotta do. Other projects got kind of put on the back burner, including my Camaro that I bought and paid for 25 months ago. But they're finally getting it wrapped up now. The drive, they had to get a custom drive shaft made for it. That took us about a month. And the drivetrain, you know, the suspension, I'm sorry, the transmission and motor, that was about 2 month delay from GM, because that was before the LT4 and the 8-speed was a package. So I was actually the first one to get that package in the US. And it's gonna be in that Camaro. But other than that, that's been really the only delays. So it's all been labor, and obviously with this Yenko being done, I'm not trying to say I'm butthurt from it, but it just pisses me off. And getting updates weekly that went nowhere really made me regret the choice to have a custom Camaro built. Because, you know, I have all documents, and it said that the builder's gonna do everything he can to get this project done in 9 months, and here we are, coming up 3 times that time frame, and I still don't have the car in my garage. Not saying I'm not grateful for it, but you know, I paid them to do the service for me, and it's just taking longer than expected, I guess. So I don't know, I'm just excited to get it, maybe because it's been a dream car of mine, you know, forever, having a 69 Camaro that's custom built, and it's just not something you see nowadays. You see resto mods, and you see, you know, the era appropriate or restored versions of them, but you never see one that's like it's right off the showroom, but with today's technology. So super excited to get that, of course. All right, I'm going to use this one on the wheels and then I will not be using this one on the paint again. People are probably gonna complain, oh, you're using the same rag for the entire car. It's like, yeah, but the car's, you know, if I did my job right, the car should be clean. And I think I did it right. So now all I'm doing is picking up the water that's left on it, just so I can polish it out. And drying is important as washing, is as important as washing. But all the important stuff is done in the washing process. To an extent, I don't want to say, you know, drying isn't as important or isn't important at all, but you know, I have a lubricated towel that I'm simply just picking up the water with. All right, throw that in the dirty rag bin. I got the Rupes little pen. I just saw a mark right around, where was that? Right here. So I got a polish right there. This paint actually does look pretty good. Might just need, yeah, I see a little bit right over here. I might honestly just need just a quick little pass through. It's just slight holograms. Some of that's still the hydrate drying, but this is the area of concern that I had. So let's bring the camera in for that. Sea bass. Busted me filming him. Hopefully this will come up on camera so you guys don't think I'm nuts. I think you can see it from right here. Yeah, so see that mark right there? So put my finger over it. It's not coming out. Yeah, you can see that on camera. Try with the least aggressive because it is a small little area. Grab a new towel. So I want to show you how nice this stuff is. I know I've shown this in other videos. This is my go-to polish. It's Zano Z5. I don't think they get as much praise as they deserve. They used to be one of the leaders, you know, in detailing. So this is also their Z6. This is their product. This isn't a spotlight, but I just wanted to show, you know, what this stuff can do. It smells good too. Okay. So there's the spot. I did this in my R8 video. Just did a quick little touch up. Odds are this was just, you know, someone's shoe or scuffing it up, but I wasn't able to wipe it off with my finger or with the washing process because it was just on the clear coat. So real time. And she's good. You know, I might be able to just do this whole car by hand. I was gonna get out the Rupes polisher and polish it. Yeah, I'll do that anyway. That's always fun to do. Not putting much pressure on it. Feels good, looks good. I'm doing this because I'm assuming they're gonna have a clear brush strip on these lower rockers. Okay, so that was easy. All right, so now I'm gonna examine the hood or inspect it and see what parts needs to do. I might just do a quick, just a single pass with the Z5. just to pick up any holograms and any imperfections, just mainly in this front area, because that's the main part of the clear bra kit, I believe. It's probably mirrors and stuff like that, but I'll worry about that later. So, okay, let's get to polishing. You know what? Screw it. I am going to do this by hand. I don't feel like getting the polisher out. I used to always do this stuff by hand anyway, so what's the big deal, right? Priming the pad. Same thing you would do to, you know, a polisher pad. And where was that one spot? Here it is. Stuff works so good. Okay, I'm gonna start with this area right here. This is very easy to do. Basically, I'm just going in circles, applying medium pressure. With the Z5. I used to do this all the time. I spent countless hours on my cars in high school doing this, and they looked flawless. And I didn't even have this good of an applicator pad back then. That's when everything was still cotton. I used to use this stuff on everything. Mirrors, windows. So it would act as a sealant also. So there's a little mark right there. See if we can get that out. And there it goes. I should have filmed that. So since I got the camera out, I might as well talk about these hydrophobic sealants that have come out into the market that replace stuff like this. I mean, this is a polish, yes, but it is also a sealant. So it kind of seals as it polishes. It's crazy how much effort you don't have to put into sealing a car anymore. Had this car been, you know, clear brown already, and all I was trying to do is basically protect it, I would have shown you guys that Geon product that simply spray on and spray off. Works really well. Damn, doesn't do it to the wheels. Oh well. It's just, this is nuts. I used to spend hours, I said this like a minute ago, but I used to spend hours doing this to my cars in high school, and you know, then you grow up and real life things happen. You don't have time to do this stuff anymore, so it is tedious, you know. But it's kind of nice going back to the ways of what they used to be. You can tell a lot about a car by how it cleans up. I know it sounds probably fruity as hell, but I used to joke around with the dealers that I would buy from and say, hey, you know, let me hand wash this car first before I buy it. A, it'll show me any imperfections in it, and B, I want to know what I'm signing up for when I buy a car. Having had Vipers in the past, we had a 2015, 16, 15, yeah, 15, a couple years back, and that was one of my favorite cars to detail because of all these smooth curves, like, you know, coming from the hood. We didn't have the SRT hood in ours like this one, but coming from, you know, the hood lines to the fenders, just coming down, just, I don't know, it feels good. Maybe that's just me. And back in the day, we didn't have those. I talk like that like I'm an old guy. I'm only 30, but I've been detailing since before I could drive. We didn't, you know, this is how we did. We do the crosshatch, then we go in and break our elbows, going in circles 1,000 times. This stuff you can layer too. So I had a Cayenne turbo that I worked my ass off for, and for cleaning and stuff like that. And that thing had 7 layers of it of this stuff before I even drove it for the first time. I wanted to really get it protected. So this should, I know this is a quick deal, but this should take out any imperfections. My back. Now I remember why I stopped doing this type of stuff. Say my back, Doshi. Yeah, my back. I don't know if I'm gonna upload this video. I know this is boring as hell to watch. I'm sure you guys would rather see me driving or reviewing or playing with my cars versus cleaning them. But I know there's people out there like me who like to watch the process. And the polisher to get this done is so much less effort. But we'll see what it looks like after I remove it. So that's just the hood. This stuff takes about half an hour to really cure, but I'm not trying to seal it or anything, so I'll go ahead and remove it. Plus it's super humid in here anyway. Let's see if that one spot came out. Got a little mark right here. I don't know if it's a ding or just in the clear coat or if it's under the clear coat. It's coming out. There she goes. Get a little bit more. And it's gone. Perfect. God, this stuff just works so good. Good, baby. It's called a magnet. It doesn't take much to make this paint look good. I always get worried about Chrysler paint, but this is even considered a Chrysler. I think it is. SRT is a brand of Chrysler, right? So far, the test part, doing it by hand, it's turned out pretty good. By pretty good, I mean, I'm not seeing anything that shouldn't be there. Whoa. Might be a good idea if I bring this to be clear brad. I just watch them do it and I try to, on the fly, take up or fix spots that need to be fixed. Spot right there. And gone. God, this stuff is just incredible. That's probably one of the most boring videos I'm sure you guys have ever seen. But I wanted to make another video saying I'm still here. Just life has gotten busy. Let's lower that down. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna walk around the car, see if I can find any more imperfections. I'm gonna fix them up with Z5 and all should be good to go for a clear brow. That type of stuff I can't fix because that's under the clear coat. Okay, all right guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for hopefully more videos. Thanks.